Have switched, which I'm sure everybody's caught on to now, from having these Friday afternoon to Friday midday. So maybe some more drivers can participate, show up, or at least let everybody start their weekend as soon as they're off work. So what I usually do is like to go around the room and have everybody introduce themselves. I'm sure the senior drivers are happy to be here for this piece. And just tell us who you are and what you came to the company to do or what you currently do for us. We will start in the back.
Yeah, you gotta start with me.
Yep.
And Daniel, I'm a heavy hauler, 6-axle,
And where did you start?
glass division.
See, we just let you guys come and just leave. That's fine. How's it going though, outside of the equipment that you're experiencing now? You good?
Yeah, it's going good.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, a little bit of communication problem, but I believe that they're trying to work that out, so.
So you're in Travis's group of guys?
Yeah.
Okay, well I know that Travis has been working 2 desks. They've had some turnover, and so they're trying to juggle people. So that might be a small piece of, a little bit of disconnect on the communication. But I see Travis over there working overtime every day, making sure everybody gets called back. It might be a few hours late, but he's pretty dedicated. So you'll probably see that improve. I know they're looking for another person to help out. But all right, yes, sir.
I'm Carl Ramsey, and I'm Specialized Glass.
New dedicated, correct?
New, yes.
Okay.
I'm Britton, and I've been here since the last century.
Stop. No, when were you hired? 98?
7.
97.
Yeah.
Okay. And OTR Glass.
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be you, yes, sir.
Robert Boytow Glass,
How long have you been here?
almost 15 years.
OTR Glass. Lives in North Carolina. Moving on. How about you?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm Stan
he's
Rao,
chewing.
new on Blackwell,
Oh, okay. Welcome, dedicated OTR.
West Coast.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Joseph Gallagher, new glass, OCR.
San Diego. Yes?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. OTR. Yes, sir.
My name's James Green. I manage the yard here.
Okay. So if you come into the yard and you're not mindful of the parking signs that we have strategically placed out in the yard, or if you are not mindful of parking to where we can maximize space in the yard, this might be the gentleman here that reminds you of what we got to do, since we have so much equipment here plus so many drivers in the fleet. We really just have to make sure that we align our trucks, trailers, we park the bobtails where they're supposed to be, the whole 9 yards. So if you have any questions, James is the guy to see on that.
I
Okay.
must say the yard looks better than it's looked in years.
Thank you.
See?
It does.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, the signs are there. If there's no room and you don't know where to park, find somebody. If it's on the weekend, just be mindful of, what you're doing. And then as soon as you see a live body walking around that you can ask, make sure that we figure it out. So next time you come into the yard, So the purpose of these meetings is to kind of share with you some information that might be happening within the industry or within our company, things that we've gone through or are looking forward to going through, just some friendly reminders, so on. So winter weather. Please remember that I know all the states have different guidelines on what the expectation is for chains to be on your equipment. Because everybody is different, we have to encompass all the states, considering we employ drivers from 48 states. So basically, you have to have chains on your truck from May all the way through, October all the way through to May 1st. And that encompasses Colorado, Delaware, Maine, all the northeastern states that have the longer time frames. So a lot of you guys will be getting your truck assignments still within that window. So when you get your equipment assignments, please make sure that you have all the chains you need. They're the correct fit. Once again, James does a really good job making sure that all the equipment is outfitted with everything that you'll need for the lane assignment that you agreed to do coming to Combined. So it's your responsibility though to do your pre-trips, make sure that you acknowledge that you have it all and where it's all at. We had a driver that busted some chains a while back, didn't get them replaced, and he got a citation because he didn't have them. So we just want to make sure that in that window we're all prepared for what you may never have to use them at all, but you just have to have them on there. Workers' comp injuries. So there has been a little bit of an increase over the last couple months with injuries, and mostly they've been strains and pulled muscles. So it all kind of falls into your body mechanics. We want to make sure that even though it's wintertime, all you drivers are staying hydrated. It's not just for the heat. You guys need to hydrate regularly and properly during the winter months also. It might be a good idea before you get out and start lifting lumber tarps or throwing tire chains or straps of any kind that you maybe limber up a little bit and do some stretches so that you don't find yourself hurting yourself and then you're out there over the road and the next load you get you can't take care of. So just get out, walk around, exercise of some sort is not going to be anything but more beneficial for you guys. PC. So just recently, I know a lot of drivers don't ever usually get an opportunity to know what we deal with on corporate side. So the DOT department came to us and said, hey, we're going to do an audit, an internal log audit. And this is how many trucks we want you to pull from this fleet. We want logs, we want dispatches, we want everything reflecting and surrounding hours of service. So I think we submitted something like 600 different documents for this fleet of trucks for the Blackwell division. We passed, but literally by the skin of our teeth. If we had 7 more PC violations, we would have failed. That failure would have cost us $10,000, and it would have initiated them to do a full-scale, fleet-wide internal audit. And this particular one was off-site to where we just send them all the paperwork. If it would have been 7 more PC violations, we would have had them in our conference room and we would have had to be walking back and forth giving them all the documents, which in turn could have been substantially bad. I mean, there's no other word for it, bad. So they consider PC violations critical violations. So does everybody know what PC stands for? Yeah? So does everybody know what combined transport allows for PC mileage per day? Oh, look at you guys. Even the new guys know. Okay. So for Blackwell, we used to have what was called an exemption. That was more so during COVID. They allowed us, because we were considered to be essential workers, we were supplying water even. For example, water was an essential item. So we could extend and drive on our PC to make deliveries. We are no longer doing that. We found that there was quite a few drivers that weren't intentionally misusing it, but just weren't doing the required breaks before and after with their PC. So we were getting dinged for that anytime they got stopped. So now that everything's kind of calmed down, we are no longer doing it. 45 miles a day. There are times that you can use PC, like if you're parked where you're not supposed to park and an officer comes and asks you to move. You can PC to move because it's that or you get a ticket. There's quite a few others. The main goal for PC is not to advance a load for the driver or for the customer and company. So, PC, everybody clear on that? Yep, good. Okay. So, annual DOTs and pre-trips. I sound like a broken record. It's really bad. I mean, I talk about this every single time we have a meeting. It is the driver's responsibility. You, once you get your equipment assignment, are in charge of that truck and the current trailer that you have behind you. Doing a pre-trip, you should be looking at the paperwork and your licensing as well to make sure you have everything on the truck that you need. So if you are doing proper pre-trips, you would know that your DOT was expired by 2 days, or coming in 10 days, it's going to expire. This impacts our CSA scores pretty significantly, so we are really cracking down on it. OTR maintenance has a report that they get. I believe they get it on Mondays, and they're going to be putting equipment out of service if you're past due. So they'll be calling dispatch saying, hey, just a heads up, this driver's 3 days past due on his DOT for his truck, and they're going to put you out of service and park you until we get it done. There really isn't any need for that. There shouldn't be any reason why you get put out of service because of a DOT. The messages, we send reminders out to the trucks for the new guys. There'll be messages sent to you on Tuesdays and Thursdays to remind you that your DOT is coming up and that it needs to be done. Once it's done, you'll stop. You're not going to get those reminders anymore. The only time that some drivers have issues is on drop and hook fleets. For example, Blackwell, they have trailer pools at their customers, but they don't have a combined transport employee there monitoring this pool of trailers. So if you pick up a trailer on Tuesday at 11 a.m., the message has already gone out to remind you that the trailer DOT is due. And the customers, they don't care. They just want to load trailers. So they don't care about the DOT. So it's really important that Blackwell or even Glass, when you do drop and hook, you keep an eye on the licensing and make sure that the DOT is up to date and the services are up to date. Any questions on any of that? No? Boy, lively bunch. Okay, next. Trip planning and hours of service. So, we as a company want you to be able to get by the house as often as possible. We want you to be able to spend time with your family, take your 10-hour break, your 34-hour reset if the load allows, and you're routing through there. The biggest thing is that once you get home, that you don't get tunnel vision and forget that you should have left like 5 hours ago to make on-time delivery. So it's super important to know your trip planning, your hours of service. We don't want to take that opportunity away from you guys. So, don't misuse it. If you don't have time to stop by the house, don't do it. It's real important. It's also important to be on top of your hours of service when you're getting a dispatch. Please don't accept a dispatch if you don't feel that you have the hours to make on-time delivery. What we don't want is for you to take the delivery and then call us the next day and say, hey, I'm not going to be able to make delivery on this until Wednesday, not Monday, because I only have this many hours. Dispatch does have a little bit of visibility to what your hours of service are, but typically how that driver wants to utilize those available hours is what needs to be communicated between dispatch and you. So, but things happen also. I mean, you might feel like you're going to be able to make that delivery. Something happens, you're on the side of the road waiting on a service truck for umpteen hours, your clock's ticking away and it puts you behind schedule. Just know where you're at and call dispatch. Say, hey, you know what? I sat for 6 hours. It's going to put me behind. I need to reschedule my delivery. But know what you need to reschedule it to within reason. Say, I could be there noon or sooner, or, give them an opportunity to be able to call the customer. We don't want to walk in the next morning and the customer calling us saying, hey, where's my truck? We want to be able to notify them proactively instead of being reactive. So.
I have a question from the YouTube chat.
Yes, sir.
I was traveling through New Jersey and PC from Jersey to Maryland because there was no safe place to park. Was that proper PC?
Yes. As long as you can prove and you notate it on your PC that you are moving to a safe haven, they do allow that. I would also just for CYA notify like your dispatch or maybe call driver services if you have to do something like that. And they can always look and make sure that you notated it correctly so you don't get questioned if you were to get stopped.
Right, you can't say safe haven.
You can't?
No, safe parking. There's no
Safe
such thing
parking?
as safe haven is only for hazmat.
See, this is why I enjoy having senior drivers at these meetings. So it needs to be safe
They just
parking.
say-
You
Just
have
say parks.
to, you have to,
It's
be-
gotta
you're
be
going
safe
to a
parking.
safe place to park. You can't say safe, because there's no such thing except for
For hazmat?
hazmat.
Huh. Was that on Infinity?
He might have been.
No, it's.
Oh, was it?
But that's the rule,
Really?
Yep.
yeah.
See? All right, well, thank you very much for the question and the correct answer, Britton. Any other questions? Anybody? Anybody? No? All right. Well, since it is St. Patrick's Day, in the spirit of such, I have some riddles. So, are you ready? And everybody's got to be on their game because I'm throwing stuff at them. So, let's see. The first one is a funny one. This is courtesy of Jeanette Cristofaro at the corporate office. You'll get to know her. How many gold coins can a leprechaun throw in its empty pot? Anybody? Nobody?
0. There's
Zero.
no coins in his empty pot.
How many gold coins can a leprechaun throw into an empty
Oh,
pot?
into an empty pot?
Till it's full.
I wish I had the Jeopardy music playing behind me. That would have been
How many
classic.
gold coins? Get a little bit
Many as he wants.
Okay, time up. One, because after there's one, it's not empty anymore.
about it.
Okay, trivia. This is a harder one. What nationality was St. Patrick?
He wasn't Irish.
Anybody?
Leprechaun?
No.
He wins just for that answer.
No? Anybody? Yes.
Huh?
Here. Catch.
Go ahead.
Oh. Shoot. Gold coins for everybody.
Scottish.
Scottish.
Yeah, I just read
Oh,
that
that
the
was
last couple
trivia.
days.
You guys thought it was the movie
That'll
Braveheart?
be some.
Remember how
No, that was a hard one.
Where's the country at one
Ah,
point?
Okay, ready? Here's another. What is at the end of a rainbow?
Pot of gold.
Nope.
Then
Huh?
nothing.
What is at the end of rainbow?
Pot of gold.
Grass.
You never could find the end of a rainbow.
What is at the end of it?
The letter W.
Duh.
Oh, shit.
Goodness. All right. I thought you guys would have got some more of these. Okay, this is trivia. What did St. Patrick believe a shamrock represented?
Luck.
Good luck.
Nope.
Shamrock.
That's what I guessed, and I got it wrong.
I just
Huh?
read that too, and I don't remember what it was.
Nope. That was another one of the says good luck, nature, good fortune, or the Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity.
Yep. Here.
I just read that too yesterday.
You did?
Somewhere online, yeah, and I can't remember.
All right.
That was a good old.
What more? One more. This is one of my favorites. What would you get if you crossed a leprechaun with a frog?
A Libra?
Leapfrog?
No. A little man having a hopping good time.
Horse.
So, all right. Well, I've got.
Another question.
Yes, sir.
I put PC to park. Is that okay, or do I have to be more specific next time?
Britain.
To PC to park.
Yes.
You know, they want you to be in detail. You know, the more detail you can put, the better. I'm driving to this place to park.
Oh, okay. So, and is there enough room? Not being familiar with
Oh,
the
yeah,
OBC,
yeah.
there's
Oh, you
plenty
can
of
write a
room
story in there,
They
they-
type that in.
for the annotations in there.
Yeah.
All right. So as specific as possible, location would probably be preferable to park.
You know, like if you're gonna go to the grocery store, don't just say I'm going to get groceries. Say I'm going to Walmart here to get groceries or something like that. They want you to be specific. You know, for
So they know that you're not
Right.
taking advantage of it.
right.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Any other things? I don't think so. I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. Hours of service, trip planning. Yeah. I guess that'd be it. I have some Freightliner Northwest hats here. If anybody would like to take one with them today, everybody needs a good work hat.
No, I'll take one.
They're pretty good, sturdy, solid ones. So brand new. I didn't know how many people were going to be here, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and some extra gold coins. I definitely thought I'd be able to throw some more out, but I was really looking forward to throwing them at people.
You can still do that.
So there's some more sandwiches over there. If anybody would like to take some with them, and if not, I appreciate you guys all showing up. Thank you.